Yo, change requires your decision to change. Nothing happens until you decide, I want to change. Y'all agree with that? I mean, for real, like everybody knows, like I barely graduated, right? Now I remember my teacher, Mr. Ransom, used to be like, Mr. Beard jokes around a lot, but he knows when to get serious. And that's how our life is. You have to decide when you want to get serious. You have to decide when you're going to stop playing Christ and actually start living Christ and actually start praying for your friends as opposed to just watching them continue to go through. You know what I mean? Like for real, like taking authority over your atmosphere at home. You can do that. We heard Courtney raise testimony. She didn't say that my mom did it. She didn't say my dad did it. She didn't say my grandmother did it. She said I did it. So everybody say, decide to change. Oh, y'all saying it, y'all. Try to say it loud. Decide to change. And you'll spit all over the person in front of you. Just. The second thing is the Holy Spirit has to be your strength to follow through with the change. That's what we really blow it at. Because a lot of times we decide that we want to change, but we decide that we want to do it in our own strength. And how many of y'all have fallen on your face before because you decided to do it in your own strength? Come on, I want to raise them up high. Let's testify. And it's because somebody rose two hands. You're like, me, Bill, yesterday. Because we decide to do it in our own strength. It's like and I've seen so many people come to the altar and they get this touch from God. And then like 2 weeks later, they're even more depressed than what they were when they walked into the altar. And it's because when they fail, they put so much pressure on their abilities that they didn't say, Jesus, pull me up. So a lot of times when we fail, it's the opportunity for us to say, God, I want to draw closer to you. But we don't do that, man. We just sit around and condemn ourselves and allow Satan to condemn us. Here's the third thing. You got to understand that the steps to change will bring casualties to your personality and your character. That means that the moment you decide to change, you say, Holy Spirit, help me. The moment that you say, Holy Spirit, help me, you got to understand that your personality and your character, something's going to die. There's about to be some deaths, going to be some funerals in your life. It's natural. It has to happen. Because change is not something that we always want to embrace, but it's what has to happen. So because of that, there are things that God has been trying to change in your life, but we don't want those things to die off. Those personality qualities and those character qualities. So you just say, this is just my attitude. I'm just like this. You got to deal with it. No, God is trying to kill that off, yo. I just cuss people out. That's the one thing I got, man. I just cuss people out. There's just so many jokes that can go along with that. And so, but we've never really put our personality or our character on the altar. We'll put everything else on the altar, but we'll never put that thing, because you know why? It's what we grew up with. And we feel like, I'm just being me. Or maybe being you is killing you. So, you gotta decide. Like in this 09 right here, because I'm telling you what, America's gonna go through changes. And when America goes through changes, the Christian believers go through changes. And when we as believers go through changes, if we are progressive and we're not moving with the time, then we're going to be left behind when the depression sets in. Think even further behind than what you thought that you were. So as times change, man, what are you going to do? Is your campus going to have you, or are you going to have your campus? No, nobody can decide that but you. Man, I can come up here and try to preach a good message or something. And worship team can try to sing some good songs. But when it's all said and done, everything boils down to, are you going to let your campus die? When I say campus, even middle schoolers, you have a campus. High schoolers, you have a campus. College students, you have a campus. People that are in the workforce, you have a work campus. Even if you work at church, we call this our campus. Are you going to let your campus die? Or are you going to let your campus live through Christ? That decision can only be made by you. And here's the last thing right here. There's things inside of you that the Lord really wants. And that he's been looking to get your attention. And I really would hate for like a 9/11 to happen in your life when you get your attention. See, because when 9/11 hit, like the churches were full. Like, we couldn't keep people out of here. Everybody wanted to, kumbaya, Lord, kumbaya. They started making money, and then it was like social mode. That's his life. But believers, we got to like set a different standard. So my question is, what are you going to do? And this time right here, Change, he's calling everybody that's in here. God's speaking to every person in here. What is your aspect of change that you're going to be involved in? What is that aspect of change that you're going to champion? Doesn't matter how old you are or where you're from, what you're doing. God is calling you. What are you going to do to change? What's the thing in your life that you know that God has been calling you to change? Think about it right quickly. Think about it. Think about it, get a real good bed. Block out days, block out all this. Think about what change you want. What is it? What is it? And ask yourself, can you at least part your lips? You don't have to do it now. But when you maybe part your lips and say, Holy Spirit, help me. While we're right here, like, you came here tonight, you was right there, you didn't really know what was going to happen. You just kind of come to church, I guess you thought. And like throughout the night, like you felt God really tugging on your heart, and you've been feeling like, man, I really need to get my life together with him, man. I really got to change some things. I thought I knew him, but I really don't know him. But you know there's time for you to really get to know Christ. You know that God really wants to do something special in your life. You want to commit or recommit your heart to Christ. And that means just to get in a relationship with him. If you're not being here tonight, man, just raise your hand. Raise your hand. You want to recommit your life. You want to commit it for the first time. It doesn't matter where you're